In this video, we'll walk through the place trades rule, a powerful and flexible rule that allows you to place multiple orders to scale into a trade. This is the big brother of the place trade with risk rule that only places a single trade. The place trades rule gives you fine-grained control over how many orders you place, the spacing between them, and the volume quantity. Let's take a closer look at how to configure it. First, let's define trade parameters. Start by selecting the market you want to trade. In this example, gold against the US dollar. Then select the direction of the order, either buy or sell, and the order type. The order type options are limit order, stop limit order, or our special limit stop order for reversal strategies. Note that you cannot place multiple market orders. Given we are placing orders to scale into a trade, it does not make sense to place all orders at the current market price. In this example, we are placing buy limit orders that will be filled if the price moves down to the specified entry levels. We'll place 10 orders. Next, we enter the target price for the first of the 10 orders. We can set this to the current ask price, and then use the offset field to define the distance from the ask price in pips, where the first order will be placed. In this case, we have set the offset to 150 pips. If you are unsure of the scale of pips relative to the price, then you can look at the tooltip to see an example calculation using the pips distance entered. The offset moves the entry price away from the target price entered. Given we are placing buy limit orders, this means that the offset will be subtracted from the current ask price. Next, we configure the distance between each order placed using the order spacing calculator. The first step is to set the initial distance between the first and the second order. Now, let's choose the option that determines how to calculate the distance from the last order placed and the next order to be placed. Selecting the fixed option will subtract the initial distance entered from the entry price for each consecutive buy limit order, creating an evenly spaced grid of orders. There are a number of basic arithmetic operations for dynamically recalculating the spacing between orders. For example, the multiply operation will multiply the distance between each order entry price each time the spacing is recalculated. The value entered in the adjust by field is used to multiply the last order spacing distance to calculate the next. The adjust after field determines the frequency of adjustment, specifying the number of orders that must be placed before the spacing is recalculated. You can also place orders based on the initial value being multiplied by the popular Fibonacci sequence to scale into a position. In this example, the initial spacing distance is set to 50 pips and will be incremented by 30 pips after 2 orders are placed. Lastly, a minimum and maximum distance spacing is applied. If a calculated spacing is below the minimum or above the maximum, then these values will be used instead of the calculated distance. The order spacing calculator places a dynamic grid of trades where the distance between trades either increases or decreases progressively. This is ideal for breakout or mean reversion strategies. Now that we have configured the order spacing, we can configure order quantity to also dynamically scale for each order using the order quantity calculator. This works in a similar way by calculating the quantity for each order we want to place. In our example, we start by entering the quantity to be 1 lot for the first order placed. We then configure the calculator to use the multiply option, then by entering the adjust by and adjust after fields, we can configure the quantity required to be multiplied by 2 after every 3 orders. Finally, we set the minimum to 1 lot and the maximum to 7 lots. In this example, the orders would be placed as follows. The further the order is from the current market price, the larger the order volume becomes, allowing for scaling as the market moves in your direction. The place trades rule provides a simple yet powerful rule to place multiple orders and precisely space them to scale into an aggregate position. This makes it ideal for building grid trading systems, breakout catchers, or scaled entry models, all from a single rule.